Hello ladies and gentlemen, SafeHouse here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about ships in ArcheAge. They are one of the main types of transport used in the game, and utilising the different types of ships correctly can be incredibly profitable. There are 8 types of ships that all have their own unique benefits to owning, some being a lot more difficult and expensive to obtain than others. They all have some basic abilities that you can read about in the wiki too. I will chuck a link in the description so you can check that out as well. The first ship you will encounter is the Rowboat, a very slow boat with not much special about it, but it is a starting point for your ocean adventures and is obtained fairly early on through questing, so it's not going to cost you much. Next we have the Adventure Clipper, which is the fastest ship along with the Harpoon Clipper besides the Black Pearl. Black Pearl is going to be the exception to a lot of these rules. It has a single cannon on it that allows for naval combat, even though only having one cannon does not do a hell of a lot of damage. The main use for the cannon is to actually hit an enemy ship from a distance so it cannot be despawned, and then once the crew has been dealt with, it is a great way to help sink the opponent's ship as well. It has 2 breathing apparatuses like most of these ships that allow you to breathe underwater for 10 minutes, as well as a harpoon gun that is pretty useless. It doesn't really do much damage or have anything to it. The Harpoon Clipper is very similar to its sister ship, the Adventure Clipper, except for having a cannon, it has a harpoon on the front of the vessel. The harpoon allows you to grapple ships or terrain and pull it towards you or you towards it, depending on the size of what you have harpooned. It is a great way to slow down enemy ships and comes in handy a lot in naval PvP, with it being one of the fastest ships with great maneuverability. It also has 2 breathing apparatuses and a harpoon gun like the Adventure Clipper, but the harpoon gun, like I said before, is not really used. The merchant ship is one of the hardest ships to obtain because of its huge cost at 400 Gilder stars just for the plan. It is one of the best money makers though, with room for 20 trade packs to be stored on board and a radar to spot other ships that could pose a threat to your booty. It also has 2 cannons for defensive capabilities. Along with it being faster than most of the bigger ships, minus the Black Pearl obviously, it can escape most of the pursuers. Look at getting this if you are in a guild who wants to do trade runs, as you don't want to be out in this bad boy on the ocean all by yourself, because this is what people look for when they do go hunting. Next up we have the Fish Find Longliner, better known as the fishing ship. Probably the best money maker at this stage if you are proficient at fishing, and can be taken out alone, but that is a risky practice. You'll find with most of these ships you want to take them out in a group just for safety, because fishing ships and merchant ships are going to be the main target of pirates. This baby has room for 6 small fish in the hold and 2 large fish on the back hooks, which add up to a lot of gold if you can get them in. It has a fish finder that works like a radar, showing you where the fish are within your area, making it really easy to find a lot of fish. It also has room for 3 trade packs that can't hold fish, so you won't really use them too much, and is on the slow side but still faster than the bigger galleons and that kind of ship, so you still can get away from most of your pursuers that are on the bigger ships, but you know, the little ones and the clippers and stuff, they're going to be able to chase you down. It is also on the expensive side, requiring 2 Thunderstruck trees in its construction that are currently 1300 gold each. You will make your money back fairly quickly though with this beast if you do use it correctly, but you know, it is quite a big outlay to begin with. Next we have the Loot Song Junk, known as the Eastern Galleon to most. It is a very cool looking ship with a radar and 8 cannons, making it a killing machine. It also has 6 breathing apparatuses and 4 trade pack storage spots and a war drum, which is pretty damn cool. It does take quite a lot of materials and is one of the slowest ships along with its brother the Esmond Cutter, but if you are looking for some serious naval combat you want to consider this for sure. Next we have the Esmond Cutter, which is the western version of the Loot Song Junk, and it's just about the same in every way. The only difference besides its looks is that it has a crow's nest instead of a war drum that you can climb up and look out over the ocean. Obviously a killing machine as well, and one you will have to consider when looking at a ship for naval combat. Though like the Loot Song Junk, it is quite slow, but if you do really want to do some naval PvP and you don't want to grind out the Black Pearl, you are going to need either of those 2 ships. Really, it's just whichever one you think looks best. Now last but certainly not least, we have the Black Pearl, a beast of a ship with very similar stats to the last 2, but with one big difference, and that is speed. Speed plays a huge role in naval combat, because if you can outrun your opponent, a fight will never break out. When facing the correct direction, the Black Pearl can move at 14.2 meters per second, with the second fastest ship in the game only being able to move at 11.1 meters per second. Even its minimum speed of 10.8 meters per second is really high. It comes with a radar, 8 cannons, 6 breathing apparatuses, 4 trade pack storage slots, and a crow's nest. What makes this ship so hard to obtain is the plan is made up of many different pieces that are drops from certain mobs. I will chuck a link in the description on how to obtain the Black Pearl if you are interested in attempting to obtain that. If you have any further questions, throw them down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope this helped you understand ships a bit more on ArcheAge and also maybe gave you an idea on which one you want. Good luck on the seas guys, and I hope to see you next time.